Hello folks, today is demo day, so let me show you the new Mastra Cloud user experience. So in this demo, I'm going to show you that we don't need to attach a GitHub repository to a Mastra Cloud project anymore. I've also modified the left side sidebar. It now has three main sections: observability, agent runtime, and playground. All of them have subsections. And I'm going also to show you some observability or traces empty states. It's behind the feature flag because the feature is work in progress, but I was able to start on some small things here. So this is what I'm going to show you today. So let's go on Mastra Cloud in production and see how it works. When you log in for the first time, it will create an organization with your name, something generated, and then you will be redirected to this screen. And on this screen, you don't need to select a GitHub repository anymore. You just have to put some project name, demo project. And then you are redirected to the Mastra Cloud application. Right now, you are redirected to the agent runtime overview. But in the future, you will be redirected directly to observability traces. Again, this is behind the feature flag. So this is the reason why I'm still redirecting here. Also, you can see that I have an agent runtime section with a bunch of links and a playground section with a bunch of links. And you can also see that I have a log here, which is saying you have to configure GitHub before being able to use the agent runtime. And the agent runtime is basically all the deployment things that you have in Mastra Cloud, where you can query your Mastra API. You can see the logs. It's related to the deployments. And you also have a playground section. This is a very requested feature, being able to use the playground cloud, which is now here. And so it's the same thing. You have to configure GitHub before being able to use the playground. And so there I go. I have to install my GitHub master application. I'm going to select this one. All repositories, let's go. I'm going to be redirected. And now I'm going to be asked to select one of my GitHub projects. So let's try with this one. Blah, blah. This is a new project, and I'm going to deploy it. It has been imported successfully, and it will be able to deploy. Now you can see that I have unlocked the agent runtime sections. So it means that I can browse in those sections freely, but I cannot use the playground yet because I don't have an active deployment yet. If I click on the agent, I will see that I have a deployment in progress, and I'm asked to redirect to the deployments to see what's going on. So yeah. While this one is building, I'm going to show you the traces section here. So traces doesn't require the user to have a GitHub repository attached to their GitHub project. For some reasons, some user might want to host their master project on Vercel, or you might want to generate traces directly from your local playground. So if you click on this one, and again, it's behind the feature flag, you will see these empty states that will help you create your first trace on Mastra Cloud. So it will ask you, how do you want to generate your first trace? You can say, hey, from my local Mastra project. And if you click on this one, it will suggest you to add a bunch of environment variable and to check the playground documentation, giving you some advice on how you can trigger traces from Mastra Cloud. So if you click on it, it's just a demo. So that's for the local projects. Otherwise, you can directly generate them from Mastra Cloud. So the first thing that is suggested is to use a curl command. You can directly do that, or you can use the playground on cloud. So create traces interactively through our playground interface, blah, blah, blah. You can create a new trace with an agent. So this one will redirect to the agents page, or you can create a new project. Just a new project or from a template. That was one solution. So that's it for here. And we are going to wait a bit for this one to finish. I'm sorry for the long demo. I hope it will be good soon. So let's see how it goes. We'll wait a bit. Okay, now, as you can see, the deployment has finished. There are multiple things that you can notice. The playground has been unlocked. We have this little icon here, but you can also see that the playground is attached to this specific deployment. So now we are able to know from which deployment this playground has been deployed. And as you can also see when you navigate in those subsections, this is the first element on the breadcrumb. And so you can directly know where this is coming from. And if you click on it, it will redirect you to the details of this specific deployment. So yeah, that's the modifications of Mastra Cloud. I hope you like it, and see you later. Thanks for the demo days.